dog shit, fucking well beyond their fucking prime.
Oh, yeah.
There was another company that was running, they were going to run with the NWA. I do have their TV tapings on DVD. And they ran out of the Manhattan Center. Like one show.
MLW.
No, MLW was late 90s, early mid 90s, like 93.
Manhattan Center?
This is right before Heyman came to ECW as a booker. He had helped with 1 or 2 shows that this company ran. I could fucking look at it off the top of my head. I can't fucking remember. And they ran like TV tapings. They never got picked up. They tried to film a pilot and it never got picked up. I want to say it was WWWA. Yeah, but they had like a lot of like big time names and shit like that. I don't know. I'll look it up and I'll post the information if anything. Super engineers at Cactus getting ready to suplex Sabu through a table, and these 2 old ladies are just sitting by the table and they have to be dragged off by the old guy. I do remember that. Dan's got his fucking shit together on this.
How old is he?
Can't be that much older than me, if he even is.
I don't remember any. This doesn't even really strike anything for me.
You might not have fucking. This is a fucking really random company. I got the DVD at home though. Jim Neidhart's on it. Fucking, all the fucking that crew. The early '90s shits.
I hated wrestling in the early '90s. I really did.
I liked wrestling no matter what, just because I don't know, I was fucking a big nerd for it. But MLW.
Oh, I watched it.
Also ran. That was late '90s. MLW was running. They're running now again.
That's when Afterburn was on the show. It was Tim Larson.
One show? Him and Giovanni Jabroni. That was his fucking Kinky's name, yeah. Okay. Kinky's name on that show was Giovanni Jabroni.
He wrestled PJ Friedman and
Dr. Death.
Dr. Death.
And Dr. Death. I have all these TV tapings.
Bobby G was the guy running the locker room that night.
I ran the locker room, you jerk.
I told that jerk Sabu and that drug addict Chris Candido, go fuck yourselves. Don't you know who I am?
Has that guy done a fucking thing ever?
No.
Exactly.
He's friends with I had the honky tonk man sitting at my dining room table.
Fucking clown. What's about clowns you fucking believe that they have any fucking
I told him to
business?
go outside. I jumped off the balcony. I said, catch me, honky, catch me.
So, do either of you guys remember the original indie fed that ran out of Staten Island, Richmond County Championship Wrestling?
Complete garbage. I'll tell you that story. So they used to come on, who was that?
Dane.
They used to come on about 8 o'clock on public access. And that was right before Raw, so I would watch it. And this is how I got into wrestling. I was like, these guys are so bad, I could do this. And that's how I got into wrestling. I swear to God. That video you made with me that time, I tell that story. That's the truth. Big E was there. Magic was there. They're all right. But Chino Martinez, I was like, oh, it was just terrible. Just shit.
I don't know a lot of those guys, so I can't say shit. I watched, am
I hitting the nail on the head?
I'm pretty sure you are. There is a YouTube channel that I happen to follow. It's not Classic Indies. It might be Classic Indies. And it's got, hundreds of videos of all, what do you call it? One of the big heels was called the Overweight Lover. That might have been my buddy Don Montoya.
Don Montoya.
Might have been.
I don't think he was the Overweight Lover.
No, that was somebody different who also worked JPW in the early days. But I digress. We're going into what I was just talking about, which was I just saying like a minute ago?
Shitty Indies?
Yeah, so the fucking Classic Indies on YouTube, if you look this up, it's mostly Northeast Indies, which is all shit that, like, obviously I remember. But there's a lot of stuff from, like, North Carolina where, like, the Hardys are on it with, like, their, children. Or, like, weird random Midwest shit. But, like, there's a lot of fucking, like, the early, like, Fandango before he was Fandango, like, when he first broke in wrestling, and, like, a bunch of my buddies from New England, guys who I wrestle on shows with, getting their start in, like, the late 90s. Pretty fucking crazy shit. So if you like old random-ass indie shows, please check a lot of fucking Jersey shows where you have, like, King Kong Bundy versus Nikolai Volkov in the main. And then the only match you'd have on the show that was any good was, like, Ace Darling versus Devin Storm.
Ace Darling, I think, wrestled for that Richmond Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, but Ace could go.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know. I think he stopped wrestling because he's fucking doing it forever. Fucking, yeah, that was usually, legitimately, if you want to talk about Northeast, they'll leave with this. You want to talk about Northeast Indies for, like, I don't know, all of the 90s, it was shit. Ace Darling and Devin Storm, or, like, Carino, or, Nova,
Crowbar.
Devin Storm would give you one good match on the show, and then the rest is fucking horseshit. That was the Indies in the fucking 90s. Quackenbush, Don Monte, these guys would all fucking bust their ass in a show, and then the rest would be fucking horseshit. I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, check us out on all forms of social media. I'm just gonna run this fucking Kenny the Mason looking guy over.
Get the fuck out of the road.
Kenny the fucking Mason.
What happened to him?
WOW on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check us out, WOW TV Live. We got a show next weekend. An awesome fucking lineup.
Hold on, Dane, why don't you invite people to the Warriors Wrestling page? You're from Staten Island.
There you go. I continue. Fucking next week, LAX versus the Ugly Ducklings, which are going to be ridiculous. The AOC versus the SOV. Juba versus Chris Steeler in an ambulance match. First time ever in fucking New York City. Might even be fucking illegal. We might get suspended. Who the hell knows what these guys are going to fucking do. It's going to be insanity. You could check me out on all forms of social media at King of Chaos NYC. This Friday, I will be at the Waterfront for PvP. Street fight. Me and Scotty Wild is going to beat the ever-loving shit out of each other for your amusement. For anybody that wants to check that out, please, Western Mass, come on down and support. For the boss man, King of Chaos, we thank you. We'll see you next time.